Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.
Edwards. They are advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years.
Oh, it's on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. It's been a long time. Timberwolves lose 121 to 115 in a pretty close game throughout. But welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. We do this after every game, most games. Too bad we had to come back on a loss, but we're here, we're back, and we're here for the playoff push. I mean, we're getting into that time. This would have been a great game to win, especially because you get two back-to-back now against OKC coming up. It's rough. It is rough. But here we are. Dayon first in the chat. That's it. That was after, I don't know, I think it was when they went up 117 to 110 or something like that. But gave up 48 points in the first quarter, then late in the fourth couldn't get a bucket until it was over, basically. Yep. Yo, Capo. Yo, Joker. Clutch time. How many times do I have to tell you Ant isn't clutch? Clutch. Now I'm saying clutch. Yeah, I mean, it's getting concerning. I'm still, the thing, Marcus, is that I'm not going to go too crazy yet, just because legitimately this is his first year being like the only guy on the team to make the shot. Because last year he had Cat. He's still pretty young. But it's definitely like it's definitely entering my radar that he's not making clutch shots. Now, at the same time, over the break, I was realizing, because we've been talking about this, Marcus, you, everybody in chat, we've talked about this past couple games. I don't really think that Ant isn't clutch, because there's a lot of buckets that he makes in like the under 5 minutes, like technically clutch time, like under 5 minutes that are clutch. But it's when you get down to those last like 24 seconds, or especially like, I don't know, 30 to 40 seconds. He's had a couple this year, but really it's been pretty tough overall. But what's up, Dayon? Blows is an interesting choice. I don't have words for this team. Honestly, Nicole, I don't know. You guys can check me too. I'm not necessarily like so mad about this game, but it might just be because we had a week off of basketball. Because there was a point in the fourth quarter where I was just kind of happily sitting there like, this hasn't been like an amazing game. I mean, we had some pretty good moments in this game. Ant scored 25 in the first half. Dillingham had a dunk, which I didn't even realize was possible physically and anyway. And we had a lot of good, exciting moments throughout. I mean, like, even the first quarter, even though we gave up 48, I mean, we scored 38. But, we also had some lows. We had some moments. I mean, Mike Conley out there just looked like, old tier. We'll get to the tier list here shortly. But, I mean, we're just a team that is desperately in need of Dante DiVincenzo, Julius Randle, believe it or not, and Rudy Gobert. I mean, we were down all three, and we were realistically close right up until the end, until like legit the end. So I'm not like so mad about this one, but I thought it was a generally pretty fun game. Ant was hot until he wasn't, and then when he wasn't, it really hurt us. But at least Tibbs and company got wiped tonight. Dude, they got destroyed, Steve. It was like crazy. Jaden missing the threes hurt. I think that's, I know I'm like the resident Jaden hater here, and I'm sorry, Butterfly, but it's just like he had a fine night tonight. He had 21 points. I think he shot like 50% or something like that. But he was 1 of 7 from 3, and like legit 3 of those were wide open in the fourth quarter. And Na was able to hit a couple after Jaden's misses, but it was just like, we just need him to make those threes or drive. I don't know. Like, if he's not going to make the wide open 3, then drive and dunk, or drive and, get contact or something because it's just not working from 3. Um, like, it was a generally good game from Jaden, but those threes are just they felt like killers to me, those misses. They were just moments where you needed a bucket. He was wide open. Ant finds him in the perfect spot, and he can't. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could also make the argument like Ant shot 4 of 14 from 3 tonight, so, like, he didn't have a great which is crazy because it felt like he had a pretty good shooting night, but apparently he really didn't. Maybe it just all those misses at the end really hurt. I should look actually and see where these misses happened because I feel like it wasn't that bad, but yep, exactly, Butterfly. We're missing 3 players versus a top West team. Um, yeah, I'm not, like, super bad, but yeah, Conley didn't score. Why was he left out there? Also, Dillingham getting yelled at, I don't know, I must have looked away at a moment. I think he missed a 3 or something like that. I'm a little confused as to why he got so chewed out by Finch. Does anybody know? Did I miss something? Also, preface, I had to watch the ESPN broadcast tonight, not the Timberwolves broadcast, so I missed all the fun stuff, but coming off the All-Star break. But Butterfly, see that's where I might disagree with you is that this is the time where you're like you should be. I mean, our team always talks about how they're tired, which is so annoying to me. And Ant clearly was not tired tonight. He was very bouncy early on. But the shot just after we hit halftime and then it was just gone. So yeah, Capo, I agree. It was a fun game until the last 4 minutes, 100%. There was a moment, especially around that 4-minute mark, where I was like, okay, actually, maybe even less. I think we got to like the 3-minute mark, and we like lost a challenge or something like that, and it looked like we really locked in defensively. And I was like, okay, this is the time. But yeah, still a winnable game for sure, for sure. Mike did look like a pawn. Yeah. Rob had a dumbass 3. TJ had okay. TJ's hustle play, hustle, which like I appreciate the hustle, but at the same time, that was such a rookie mistake. It was kind of bad. Also helping when Ant was guarding Jalen going to the yeah. I mean, he does, but he did not get 40, but he ended up with 37. But I think I see what you're saying. Cavs dropped 142 on the Knicks. Yeah, that didn't happen. Thank goodness. Yeah, that see Butterfly. That's the other thing that bothers me is that they made a lot of mistakes in this game. This was like a game. This is just a winnable game. That's what I'm taking from it. But oh, was it at 19 seconds? That was the issue. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay, and I'm still gonna call him 19. He's not 20. I don't care if his birthday was in January. He's 19. I gotta look back at it. I must have looked away for that because I don't remember that. But obviously, you guys all saw it. So, Mike Conley career is about done. It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, he was 0 of 3 tonight. He played 23 minutes. He had 5 points, all free throws, which 3 of those were that like gimme call at the end of the game. I mean, that was a foul, but still, and he had 4 fouls. It's just not there. I don't know. I don't know if it's that he needs Rudy. I mean, he's had Rudy. It's just not looking good. But I mean, Dillingham isn't perfect either. He's got. I mean, I don't know. He's not perfect, and he's gonna make mistakes. But I just feel like Dillingham gives us more. But I guess I don't know, guys. I struggle so much with this. I don't know if Finch's coaching methods are good for the long term or bad, and it's a pain to me because I feel like there's moments where we wait and wait and wait and wait for these guys like TJ to come up, for Rob to get minutes, for Jalen Clark to get minutes, and then they come in after waiting forever and or getting very little minutes and getting scolded, and then they play really well. And it's like I just don't know. Maybe that's a good thing, but right now it feels like we could have won this game if we played more Dillingham instead of Mike Conley, or even Clark. I mean, I know Clark didn't have any points tonight, but like he it just gives us a little bit more something than Mike does right now. And I didn't really feel like the floor general vibes from Mike out there tonight. It didn't work the same way. Send Finch to the sun at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's just a struggle for me internally because I agree. Like when I'm watching these games, I'm ridiculously frustrated that Mike's out there and that Dillingham's not getting minutes. I mean, Dillingham had a dunk and so much energy, and it's like 3 minutes after that, I get that apparently he had that really bad shot, but it was like, I don't know. like, yeah, you bench him maybe, but then you bring him back in. Like, you have to. I don't know. It was good, but the problem is Finch costed us a lot of games early in the season. I called it early in the season. It'll cost us now. Yeah, I think so. I think it will cost us. Holding Finch accountable too. Yeah, Conley retiring. Conley might. I don't know. It's sad. Um, when Jaden isn't hitting threes on a night like this, he needs to cut to the baseline. Yeah, exactly. Jake, 100%. Totally. Like literally doing anything besides give up. And yeah, he was getting beat up by Thompson. Just like, I don't know, just bad. It's great to be back watching Wolves basketball. What a joy. Weirdly, there was a moment tonight where I was like, you know what? It is nice to be back watching Wolves basketball. And I think the other thing that I've learned, this is more of a long-term view rather than a short-term, like right now view, is that I'm like personally, I'm like, I don't know. I believed that we could still win this game when even when we were down, even when we gave up 48 in the first quarter, I was like, we can win this game. Even when I mean, really, until we got to like 30 seconds left in the game, I believed that we could win the game, which I don't think is true of former Timberwolves teams, other than maybe last year, which even still was a learning curve for me. So still kind of fun to be back. But um, let's see. Mike Zimmer. I don't know. I don't know. Retired tier. Um, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to the tier list. I want to jump into the tier list. We'll talk about some player specifics, get your guys' opinions on some things. Remember, if we get to 50 likes on the stream, we will do a giveaway. We will do a giveaway for tickets. I've got some tickets. Cool. A1, unforgettably good game. Glenn Taylor, unforgettably bad game. Meh, meh. Everything else in between. Old tier is dynamic. However, I think it's staying right down here. We're not moving it tonight. And it honestly could be retired tier tonight. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's start with some of the lesser played players. I mean, this is going to be a weird grade, and I'm very curious to know what you guys think. Get your grades in for Rob Dillingham. Only played 8 minutes, was scolded after what was a bad shot, but also one of the best, I mean, one of the most surprising dunks of the season. I legit on that play thought he was going to get blocked because he chase down blocked. But he he just went up there and yammed it, and I was so hyped out of nowhere. I couldn't believe it. I legit had no clue that was a part of his game. But now that I know that, I expect a Dilly dunk every game. I need Dilly dunks. But anyways, get your grades in for Dillingham. He was 8 minutes, 1 of 4, 0 of 2 from 3, had 2 points, just the dunk, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. Didn't really play that much. Personally, where do I have him? I don't know. I mean, I feel like the dunk alone was like so amazing, but that didn't really contribute to winning, I'd say. It could have if he stayed in the game, but I don't know. Like the dunk itself is A1, not because it was a great dunk, but just because it was so shocking. But the threes, I mean, he took 4 shots in 8 minutes and only made 1, which was a dunk, which is a little concerning. So let's see. You guys say, where are you guys? For what he did in 8 minutes, nice. Jake says meh. Rob had a windmill in college. Oh, that's right. He did. I forgot about that highlight reel. I even posted that. I forgot about that. That's crazy. Meh. 2 steals, 2 boards. Gets him from a meh up from a D. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna be a pretty good team once we're fully healthy. Still have to figure out the Randall part. I feel like we just never have gotten there, but we'll see. I think we have to go with meh. I don't want to do meh. I really don't want to do meh. That's what Eric is saying too. I hate doing it, but I think it's the right thing. And yeah, because Marcus, exactly. Rob didn't do anything besides the dunk, meh. Exactly. But I think it's a valuable dunk. But yeah, we'll do Matt. Again, I'm doing the thing where I talk longer than the player played. Okay. Luca. Get your grades in for Luca Garza. He played 10 minutes, almost 11, 2 of 5, had 6 points, had 4 fouls in 10 minutes, had 4 rebounds, an assist. Other than that, not much. 2 free throws. I didn't hate this game. I honestly didn't hate this game. I think it was. I mean, I've been so concerned for every time that he comes into the game now. That when he comes in and produces anything, I think I'm okay with it. I think it was okay. So I think I'll go. I don't know. I don't know what he is. Let's see. Meh from Joker. Dilly Dog was meh tonight. Welcome Tycoon. Trade tier. I say meh. It's probably meh. I mean, I think it's more that I just based off of my expectations, I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. Like I thought I don't want to say held his own because he had 4 fouls in 10 minutes, but there were moments where I was like, this isn't the worst thing. I don't know. I think it was acceptable, which I think is met. Um, cool. Terrence Shannon Jr., who, by the way, is earning some minutes. I mean, he had that terrible hustle play tonight, which is such a weird thing to say out loud. But rookie mistake, really bad play. But he played 20 minutes tonight, and that's super promising. I mean, he's playing more than Dilly now. And we need a point guard, which is crazy. His speed out there is crazy. But anyways, Terrence Shannon Jr., 3 of 7. He had 6 points. He was a team high plus 10 tonight. 6 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal. If he could have pulled in that out of bounds play that he saved and then went out of bounds with, that might have maybe got him up to a nice. But I almost. Oh, you guys are saying nice. I don't know. Nice. Interesting. Bad TJ, bro. He can't shoot. Yeah, that's the other thing. He had that 3 that he airballed, and it's like, oh, it's the same as Jaden. It's like I need you guys to make these open threes. But plus 10 gets him a nice, very nice. I mean, I did like him. I did like him tonight. I was thinking, yeah, he can't be in the same tier though as these guys. That's true. We'll put him in nice. Oh, another meh, sadly. I think we're gonna do nice, just because I don't like him in the same category as them, and I do feel like he contributed a little bit more, but I agree with Marcus in that he just he has to be able to shoot because well, he does, but also he's been somewhat effective. I mean, he's had some really nice drives and cuts to the basket. And like tonight he finished, and I think that's the play that Finch got his technical on. So yeah, I don't know. Meh at the lowest. Yeah, for sure. I'm not going anywhere below meh for him tonight. But Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, welcome in, as always. Welcome back. Be nice. I think it's nice. I think we'll keep it at nice. He was fine. I mean, that play really does hurt it, though, honestly, because that was a bad play. It was a really bad play. But we'll keep it. Minnesota Knights, bring the nice. Jalen Clark, another weird one to grade. I really don't even know what to do. Maybe I do. He played 20 minutes. I felt like he was generally okay, but like he didn't take a single shot, didn't take a free throw. Obviously scored 0 points, but had 3 steals, 2 assists. And I thought overall he played some pretty good defense, but he was a -8 tonight. I like, even though I feel like he played good, I almost feel like he can't be any higher than a meh if he didn't shoot or score anything. Like, I don't know. It seems crazy. I can't put him any higher than meh. He did nothing, technically. Great D, meh. Exactly. I don't know. Ant wasn't passing him the ball, so I'm not going to blame him. Could have did more. Yeah. I think it's a meh, but we'll put him at the top of meh because it was meh plus, I think is my favorite way to grade that. Yeah, 0 points, 0 shots. It's crazy for 20 minutes to not have a single shot. I don't care if Ant's not passing you the ball. How do you not get a single shot up? Everybody else on the team got a shot. Dillingham had 4 shots in 8 minutes. He played 2.5 times longer. Anyways, Somebody now we're to the starting lineup. Okay. Mike Conley. I think we know where he's going. Get your grades in for Mike Conley. I'm so sorry, Mike. 24 minutes. 0 of 3. All threes that he took. Hit all 5 of his free throws, which made his 5 points. 4 fouls, 5 assists. Pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't know what to think about it. There's a part of me that believes that Mike could still contribute, but he might just be too old. And guys, we're kind of like I love Dillingham, but I don't care if Dillingham is an all-star next year. We need somebody else to play point guard. I don't know who that is. If it's not Mike, we have to get somebody else. I guess it could be. I mean, I guess we could run these lineups that we're doing with like Dante and Ant being a little bit more, or nah. You guys know how I feel about the nah ones, but I just think you need a true point guard, even with Dilly. I don't know what we're doing in the future, but it's not good. Glenn Taylor, sadly, it was a bad game. It was a very bad game. Bottom of old. I think it's old. Conley old. He did nothing but foul. Old. We can't play Minnesota Mike anymore. Yeah, it's sad. I hate that. But guess what? Even though we can't play him, we did, and Finch did for 24 minutes. Oh gosh. Pretty bad. I think it's just old. I don't know if I want to go all the way down to Glenn Taylor because I think Glenn Taylor is one of these things where you like have to actively take away from the team, which I think his play was actively taking away from the team, but I think it's more of like think of like the stupid plays. Like you got to be really doing I mean, again, Cat mentioned, but like behind the back pass, it's just like stupid stuff like that, and then also play terrible. Like he's giving effort out there, but he's just not it anymore. He's just old. So, yeah. Like the stream or Rudy Gobert will attempt a 3. My gosh. Okay, he's old. Get it over with. Next up, let's do Nah first. Nickeil Alexander-Walker played the most minutes tonight. He played 42, almost 43 minutes. What the heck is going on? He was 6 of 11. He was 4 of 5 from 3. That's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, I just had a bad thought. I'm not going to say it. 16 points. Did have 3 fouls. Did have 2 turnovers. Had 5 assists or 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Not the worst game from Nah. I mean, stat line wise, that's a pretty good game. And I did appreciate a lot of the threes that he made because a couple of them came after Jaden misses, where I was so down. I think it's pretty good. You guys say Nah was nice or cash. He did well. Didn't see the stats. Nice. Everybody's saying nice. I like it. I think we can do nice. I think it's nice for now. I mean, he shot really well. He played decent. I'm okay with it. So, yeah. Next up, let's do Nas. Nah to Nas. Nas Reed they played 33 minutes. Was in foul trouble a lot tonight. He had 5 fouls. To be honest, like 3 of those fouls were complete BS. The first 2 where he was like getting pump faked by Şengün and landing on him were of course fouls. The 5th one, I think there's an argument there because he was which one was it where he was kind of pushing a little bit? I could see that one. The other 2, I legit think those other 2, his 3rd and 4th foul were like essentially no contact even happening. But anyways, he was 9 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line. He had 22 points, 3 blocks. Also, one of the blocks was like, I don't even know how you just did this. He had some amazing defense, or at least amazing blocks tonight. 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Oh my gosh, the over/under was 8 or 7.5. That's crazy. I thought this was a good night. This could have been a really good night for Nas if he didn't have the foul trouble, which I guess I sort of blame on the refs and I sort of blame on him, but I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Nas gets cash for the boo-boo whistles. Nas and Meth fouled too much and made Ant guard the big. That's true. That actually Ant was guarding Shingun for a while. Nice, nice. They were ticky tack, but unfortunately, they're still fouls. I know, and that's the thing. He's just, it's this. I mean, this is just a big man problem in general. I can't believe it. I'm mentioning Cat again, but I think, um, you know, Cat was somebody that was just really he could not learn to just keep his hands out of the cookie jar when he was in foul trouble. And like that play, especially when he got his, I think it was his fifth, it was just like he's doing just too much when you have that many fouls already. Like you just have to lay off it a little bit. Um, I don't know. I would have rather had Nas out there than Luca for 10 minutes. I guess that's what I'm saying. Borderline nice, but meh. Nice. Wasn't he having to guard Shingun because Nas kept fouling? He was, yes. It's crazy. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I feel like there's no way. I think I have to put him in nice. I think it's honestly, I'm kind of torn between like three categories for him because I thought his shot was really on tonight and I thought he was shooting really well. So like, I think there's a 1% argument for like cash. I think that generally, like in my brain, I'm like 60% nice and then like 39% meh. The fouling is a problem though. He can't do that. But I feel like I'm gonna give him a benefit tonight just because I feel like he's not that great at avoiding fouls, but at the same time, this was like a tricky one, and the foul, like two of the fouls, I just really disagreed with. And honestly, the two that I'm thinking about in my head, unless the ESPN broadcast was just not showing the right angle or something, I just don't think they were fouls. So I don't really want to blame him. And I thought that Finch should have challenged those. By the way, Finch, I don't know. I'm putting him in Glenn Taylor. I hated it. So like the challenge at the end made no sense. I thought the two fouls on Nas, both the third and the fourth, could have been challenged. Um, just whatever. Also, he gets a technical. I don't know. It just didn't make sense. Ant already had one. I don't know why we need to be spending so many technicals. It was just dumb. But yeah, it looks like you guys are saying. But nice. Is Rudy out, or just sitting out the first half of a back to back? Well, I don't know because we aren't in our back to back yet. Because the back to back is Sunday, Monday, I believe. Let me pull up the schedule. Yeah, it's Sunday, Monday. So uh, it's concerning because we just had the All-Star break where he didn't play, and he had the same injury before we went into the All-Star break. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's concerning because then that means that it's lingering, and we can't. I mean, we need him healthy for the playoffs or play in or whatever we're gonna do. But yeah, not good. Nas was shooting well, jammed a couple dunks on the Rockets. He did. Yep. I think it's nice. Sorry. Thank you for getting me back on track, Dan. Who's going to be Finch replacement? I know I've kind of said this before, and I'm not going to go into a tangent right now because I'm trying to keep this a relatively short show. But I think there's no chance that we fire Finch this season. I think the earliest chance would be like All-Star break next year, or maybe like January next year. I just don't think it's happening. But yeah, the back spasms are not good. I've had them before, and it's not good. Not good when you're also a big and it's bad. Mike Anori. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. We got Jaden and Ant left. Let's do Jaden first. Jaden played 42 minutes. He was 7 of 15 or 7 of 15. So he shot 46%. But most of that was not from three. He was 1 of 7 from three, had 6 of 7 free throws, did have 21 points, only 3 fouls, using Nas as the meat shield tonight for fouls. 2 turnovers, 3 assists, 2 steals, 6 rebounds. Honestly, it's like I have such I have a lot of criticism about Jaden, specifically the threes and just the open shots like we were talking about. But like generally this was a pretty good game. And honestly, early in the game, I was loving it. Like first half, Jaden, I loved Jaden. Like seeing him more aggressive on the offense and making a lot of shots, like make 40 to 50% of your shots every night, you're gonna be a decent player. Or you're gonna contribute to winning. Um, and he shot about 50% today, but those threes just hurt so bad. Roommate tier, shout out the Discord. Um, Me and Jaden we lived together at a point. Not a joke. We lived together just in separate houses. Um, but we did live together in the same city. Anyways, nice. He's nice. Nice. I would like to see that 1 of 3 or 1 of 4 from 3 and the other 3 be drives. Well, yeah, exactly. Because like I understand him taking a couple of those wide open threes, but it's like when they're not working, just like drive. Just drive. The threes were so bad. Jaden meh for being 1 of 7 from wide open threes. Not gonna lie. Yeah, honestly, exactly. It's those like 3, like how many threes did he take in the fourth quarter? I gotta pull it up. I forgot to do this about Ant too, which I guess we're gonna do him next. But I did Ant. Let's see. Where's Jaden? Jaden was 0 of 2 in the third and 0 of 3 in the fifth from 3. In the fourth quarter. In the fifth quarter. No, he was 0 of 3 in the fourth and 0 of 2 in the third. I don't know. It's so weird. I hate those missed shots, but I think he might still be a nice. I'm in between. I really don't know. I have no clue. Tier deflation after a loss is a real thing. Meh for Jaden. It might be meh. I might put him in meh. Those threes bothered me so much. But for the record, it's in between. It's very close. So I could definitely see him being a nice. I really hate putting him in meh, but those threes really bothered me. I don't know. I just don't like it. And as I always say, if I'm stuck in between two, you go up for a win, you go down for a loss. And we lost. So not good. All right. Anthony Edwards. Let me get his quarterly stats up here too. Get your grades in for Ant. I know. I'm sorry, Butterfly. Played 39 minutes. He was 13 of 32, shooting 40%. He was 4 of 14 from 3. I will say, well, let me finish up the stats. 7 of 10 from the line. He was getting a healthy whistle in the beginning. 37 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, only 2 fouls. Team not low, -11. Similar to Jaden, I thought Ant, there's some threes that Ant takes throughout the course of the game that I think are acceptable. But I thought there were several in the fourth quarter. Let me see here. Yeah, he was 1 of 4 from 3 in the fourth. I just thought that like 2, maybe 3 of those, the misses, were just, and maybe it's just because they were misses, but I don't know. It just felt like to me they weren't like the best shot. And I know the 3 is like really never like the best shot, but I don't know. I did not. It was just frustrating because I just felt like they weren't really in rhythm. Some of them were just trying to cook Dylan Brooks. He just feels a little jumpy. I don't know. Ant tier is hard to place. It is hard. Yeah. Ant's top of meh. Don't want to do it, but he was so unclutch and dumb in the fourth. Yeah. Don't know why he always decides to up his idiocy in the clutch. That's true. That's well said. Comment of the night right there. Meh, sadly. So many forced. Yeah, just forced. It was just forced. That's the right word. Thank you, Minimal. Too many fourth quarter wild shots. Ant could have been nice, but we lost. Yeah. He said in an interview that he's trying to learn how to win. You're like, yeah. Just take dumbass threes instead of passing wide open teammates. Marcus, I will say he was passing to some wide open teammates. One of them was Jaden. And Jaden was missing those. But because like I mean he wasn't chucking crazy. Like he only took 6 shots in the fourth quarter. But I do feel like 3 or 4 of those were just really gross shots. And then was it the fourth we had the airballed layup, which I understand he was kind of pushed off and like I don't know. I'm not saying it was a foul, but like he just got off balance, so whatever. But that was bad too. I think he was eager tonight. He was though. In the first half, he was so good and had 25 points in the first half. Ends the second half with 12. And only 3 points in the fourth quarter. So not good. Poor shot selection. Yep, I agree. I think he is a meh as well. And honestly, I think this tier list, that's true, Marcus. He was only passing to him. I didn't really notice Clark, to be honest. He should have been passed. Actually, I think I saw Clark on 1. But yeah. It was getting to the rim at will. You know, Dayon, he was. I do think, though, in the second half, they were handling him a little bit better for both of his his threes and for his drives. I mean, he had that one play where he did his like decel euro kind of thing. And he just got smothered by like literally all 5 rockets. So they kind of got it late in the game, which threw him off a little bit, I think. But he's just got to be better. I mean, he's just got to figure out a different way. I don't know what that is. I do think that he tries to avoid contact a little bit, but tonight, I mean, in general, I feel like lately he's been better, but I don't know. They definitely turned the defense up on it in the fourth. But no, I think this tier list is fair. I think it's a pretty good tier list. I think this is how I feel about the game. If I were to like draw a graph without like, if I just had to draw circles where I thought players would be tonight, I think this is probably where it ended up without even seeing the players. So I think it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Upcoming schedule. Where are we going? We're going home. OKC on Sunday night. OKC at OKC on Monday night. And then we get 2 days off, go against the Lakers and the Jazz back-to-back. So stupid. Then the Suns. And then we played the 76ers and Hornets back-to-back. We're in our back-to-back phase right now. We have 3 back-to-backs in the next 2 weeks. So dumb. Yeah. That was tricky, though. I mean, the decel move, it's like, if he's going to do the decel, he's got to be aware of his surroundings, and he just clearly wasn't. So, because like, or the Rockets were just so ready for it. It's such a stupid schedule, Sam. It's so bad. And should work on his mid-range shot. I know he really. It's like crazy how far it's fallen off, and it's because he worked on his 3, and he said this every single interview. But he's literally only worked on his 3 the entire offseason. So, he's probably worked on a couple other things, but like the focus was his 3s only. So, yeah, he should. He definitely should. But, yeah. Once we get past OKC, though, our schedule is generally pretty easy. And I mean easy, but like really, there's so many teams in the NBA right now that are hard to beat. I mean, like, because I think we have like the 4th easiest schedule remaining or something like that. And 2 of those games are against OKC. So realistically, we should be like pretty high up there. But like, I mean, we play the Pacers twice in March. The Pelicans, they can win. I mean, they've been playing better recently. We've got, the Pistons, we play the Pistons. Like, they're a good team. The Suns are not good right now, but, they're hungry. 76ers are hungry. The Spurs, even without Wemby, are hungry. Like, they just won last night or whenever that was. Playing Denver. I mean, this isn't like an easy schedule, but I don't know. Imagine if he put the focus into his 3s into everything else. He would literally be the GOAT. And I think, it could happen. I think that this year is like, especially this year, you really have to go through a few years of this, but I don't know. The offseason is just going to be so interesting. I don't know what to expect going forward. Trade wise, like, are we going to trade for KD? By the way, just to put it down on video journal here, I've been generally pro KD trade in the offseason, even if that meant, possibly trading somebody like a Jaden or trading somebody like a Nas, or even maybe somebody like Dillingham. But which I'm not like totally sold on, but just generally maybe kind of for that. Although KD's been playing pretty good this year, I just don't know if he is right for our team. Like I feel like we need other players. And I although it makes so much sense to put Ant with his favorite player, and I think it would bring a lot out of Ant and teach Ant to be a better pro. I don't know. I've soured on the idea a little bit. He's also getting old too. It's just tricky. If we can trade KD for Randall, Minot, and Leonard, oh yeah, I mean of course, yeah, Marcus, we can do that. But I don't think we can. I think they're going to demand more. Honestly, I've had these over the past couple of weeks. I keep planning out the Suns and what they could do to like recoup all their assets. They would definitely be able to do it. See you, Caden. Welcome back. Thanks for stopping by. The Suns, what they need to do, they need to blow up everything. Honestly, I think they should keep Beal through the rest of his contract as like their one player that can like go off on a couple nights, give some fans something to care about. But they need to trade Devin Booker to like the Rockets or the Spurs or whatever for draft picks. Just trade it for like 4 or 5 first-round draft picks, get all your picks back, and it'd be great. And then you trade KD for some less future assets and more like right now assets. So like imagine they traded KD to us for somebody like Randall and Jaden or Randall and Nas or something like that. And then maybe a couple other of our young players like Minot or Garza or something like that. Because then they have all these draft picks and then they have like a new fresh start with some of those players. Again, I'm not trying to I'm not really wanting to get rid of Nas at this moment. I feel like he's ridiculously valuable right now. So we need to re-sign him. But yeah, and that too, Xenon. Like KD and Nas together would be beautiful. I think if you can have KD, Nas, and Ant together with like Dilly, oh man, I don't know. And then the thought that I had tonight that I said I wasn't going to say out loud is that, I'm not saying I understand that Jaden's defense is far superior to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But when you look at the stat lines and when you look at like the production and the way that they play, we've talked about this in the past too. But Jaden's kind of expensive when you have Na, who can also shoot 6 of 11 tonight, play pretty good defense, and also run a little bit of point guard and hit open threes. It's just interesting. It's an interesting thought. I don't want to get rid of Jaden, but at the same time, business-wise, like personally, I don't want to get rid of Jaden, but business-wise, I feel like there's almost a case to be made. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave you on that gloomy last note. Yeah, Nas can't go anywhere. I agree. I don't want it. I know. I know. I don't want Jaden to go because I believe that he has this potential. It drives me nuts that he's missing these threes because, like, if he hits those 2 or 3 threes that are wide open tonight, we win this game. I'm certain of it. Not just because of the points that we'd be making, but the pressure it would be putting on the Rockets. It would just change the way they have to play against us. This is the other thing that you have to manage is that Anthony, like, Ant loves his teammates. He's already pretty sad that Cat's gone. So if you take away Jaden or Nas or something like that, like, what purpose does he have? And if you're going to take one of those players away, it's got to be a player that makes up for it. And KD is pretty much one of those only players. So anyways, I think that's it for me. It was great to see you all. Thank you all to you that showed up tonight. I know we're coming off the break. Wasn't really honestly feeling like basketball tonight. And it seems like a lot of people kind of skipped out on this game. But it was fun to see some basketball again, get back into the swing of things, and hopefully we can go on a run. Hopefully we can get DDV back. Hopefully we can get Randall back. Hopefully we can get Rudy back. The Rudy thing I'm worried about. But yeah, it was great to see you all. 52 wins. It's still possible. I mean, it certainly does not seem like this happened. But 52 wins is possible. Intro as the outro. We'll see you guys. I think we'll see you Sunday night. I'm almost certain I'll see you Sunday night. But as always, see you in the Discord. Peace.
Minnesota Timberwolves are going to win the world championship.
Edwards. Oh!